the vocal recordings for the new album Imaginarium by Nightwish are going to be postponed because our dear Annette Olsen had a problem. She fell, she apparently broke some ribs, and well, they're waiting for her to get back together, heal properly so she can sing like the angel we love and adore. Classic rockers, goth rockers for some like me. The Cult are back in the studio. They're using producer Rick Goss, who produced their past albums again, and apparently the album's gonna come out in early fall. And singer Ian Astbury said that they've reached their apex of music playing capabilities and songwriting, which I hope it means they're gonna be making good songs like they used to. I mean, I really like the old Cult stuff, but let's see what it comes out. And a funny note, Sammy Hagar announced that their new album for Chickenfoot is gonna be called Chickenfoot 4. It came out apparently as a joke while they were recording or playing around and jamming, and because of suggestion by Chad Smith, the drummer for the band, and apparently all the guys liked it, and it's gonna be staying that way. So let's see how it comes out for Chickenfoot. Another good news for those of you who are hardcore Blind Guardian fans, you might be happy to hear that they're gonna be releasing a documentary on their lives. There's gonna be a Hollywood Metal Film Festival coming in the first days of April. I think it's on April the 9th in Los Angeles. It's gonna be filled with documentaries on metal. I'm sure we're gonna be seeing global metal headbangers, and a lot of few new documentaries that have been coming out, like Lemmy. They said the movie for Lemmy is a documentary pick for Lemmy is a very, very good one, even if it made Mikey D and the guitar player in Motorhead feel a bit left out. Apparently it's very good, and I've been seeing a lot of news of it being very well received by fans and by the media in general. But back to Blind Guardian. Blind Guardian are releasing a documentary there on their lives. It's going to be called Travelers at the Edge of Time. That kind of titles that Hansi and the guys from Blind Guardian like, which is, and I think it's playing on some early titles of Blind Guardian. If you're a good Blind Guardian fan, you might remember Travelers in Time, and the new album is At the Edge of Time. So maybe that's what they're going for, talking about the whole experience. They're going to be talking about everything, how they evolved, how they've been keeping a stable lineup, more so to speak, and it's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. And what else? Oh yeah. This is where I start talking about albums you might like and I want to review. I think I'm rather go with recommendations for you. I'm going to recommend to you guys, first of all, Diablo Swing Orchestra's first album, The Butcher's Ballroom, one of the greatest albums of 2008, if my memory serves right. Great album. It mixes a lot of styles, from flamenco style guitars, and it has a lot of weird instruments. They have a didgeridoo in there, and it's really fun album to listen to. You can listen to a lot of styles there, with some black metal voices, some clean voices, and of course the angel-like and beautiful voice of what's the girl's name called, Mary Louise, something Louise, and she's a very, very talented singer, and who can sing a lot of opera style. For those of you who like opera style vocals, you can see that, and it's really, really good music. And they put on a hell of a show in live. I saw them like 2 years ago live in Monterrey, Mexico, and those guys can rock, even if you're not into kind of a rockabilly style of music. But if you can check it out, you should totally check it out. And because the new album is also great, sing-along songs for the Damned and Delirious is very good, but I still like a bit better The Butcher's Ballroom, so you guys should check it out. Maybe it's not for everyone because of the different changing styles, but overall those guys put on really, really mean records. And the other record I want to talk to you about, it's Samael's Rain of Light. I know we talk about a lot about Samael, but it's I think it's one of the best bands out there, really pushing the envelope, doing what's the stuff that nobody else does, and mixing it up. Rain of Light was one of their most electronic tinged album. It's different because it's not so full of anger as Borf is usually singing. It's a very positive album. It has a lot of what do you call them, positive attitude. It has a lot of like teachings or sayings coming out from the Quran. It has some stuff in Arab in there, like titles like Inshallah. It talks about a lot about the spiritual life, about being free and meditation. It's for me it's a very uplifting album. It has very strong and good songs, very dynamic, and a lot of electronic elements that I like. And I think those guys should not have left beyond. All done by keyboard and drum mastermind and overall underrated drummer and keyboard player Sai, on the brother of guitar player and singer Borf and Samael. It's a family affair. Good guys all around. One of the greatest albums, Samael, Rain of Light. If you can, please go. If you haven't, go check it out. If you can, if you're losing your time, if you haven't checked it out, it's a very good album. So please, guys, do yourself a favors and check out Samael's Rain of Light. And last but not least, on Friday I woke up to the sad news and terrible news that there was a tsunami an earthquake, and that provoked a tsunami in Japan. If any of you guys can cooperate with some kind of help for your local Red Cross, please do so, because you guys are probably sure that we have to stick together in these kinds of tragedies. And our Japanese brothers maybe for sure are suffering, and because hey, they do all the cool technology that we use, guys. So help out your Japanese friends. Go visit your Red Cross center. Maybe you can send some help, maybe some food. I don't know what they're gonna be needing, or maybe you can donate. There's a lot of websites right now popping up that you can donate to the relief effort. If you can, go help our Japanese brothers in need. And that's it for me. Signing out. Have a nice weekend. Let's see you next week.